Hello, and welcome to another exciting edition of the Brain Little Trivia Podcast. I am your host, Davo, and today, whenever you're listening to this wonderful show, we have a return of our much beloved tag team format.
Tag team.
With us today as well is one of our wonderful patrons, Chris.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
How are you this fine evening that we are recording this show?
Just peachy.
What pointed you in the trivia direction? Where is your love of trivia come from?
Growing up, I loved Trivial Pursuit. And as a kid, I would actually take the boxes of questions to bed and read them before I went to sleep, and to see how many of the 6 categories I could get correct.
So then it shouldn't be a
that.
surprise. I was going to say it shouldn't be a surprise that you were then able to beat your siblings, correct?
That's correct.
Pretty soundly.
It was rather easy. The competition wasn't all that difficult.
Ouch.
You probably didn't even really need to study.
No.
All right. Time to let our listeners know that this is actually my brother that's special guesting tonight. So, yeah. And I don't recall him ever beating me in anything.
Yeah. Your memory is failing you in your old age.
Yep, that could be.
Neil, what are the rules?
The rules are every week we have a theme, and in that theme there are 6 categories. Each category has 4 questions worth 10 points each, and then a final question worth up to 100 points. There may be a few bonus questions thrown in here and there. We'll just have to see, because I'm not doing the questions today. Our good friend Chris is.
What?
That's crazy.
Well, Chris, before we get started, we need to announce who the tag teams are for this tag team event.
It's going to be a long episode.
And do we have to say it like that every time?
Yeah.
No, we don't have to say it every time.
Okay.
We don't, but I'm gonna.
He is.
It's going to happen.
So in the blue corner, we have Kels and Andy. What is your tag team name?
Purple Brain.
Love it.
Purple Brain.
Purple Brain, that's us.
And in the blue corner, Neil and Davo. Neil, what is our tag team name?
I don't know.
So it's Purple Brain versus Utter Apathy.
Works for me.
Is it utter with T's or D's?
Oh, it's D's, so we're jazzing it up. So
Yeah,
every time we get one right, I'll moo. Chris, take it away.
All right. Your category tonight is trees.
Trees?
Everything about trees.
Huh. Okay. I'm intrigued. See what I did there?
I did.
We will start it off with the music category, just to give my brother some false sense of hope.
In that case, I will gladly take this. I'll tap in.
Please do.
I'll do the music category.
Luba, what do you think?
I'll go head to head with Andy on the music.
Okay.
All right.
Can I play the Undertaker's theme before I get into the ring? No? All right.
Question number 1. This single by the Screaming Trees reached number 5 on the Modern Rocks chart in 1992 and was their highest charting single. What is this single?
See, I knew you were going to go with the Screaming Trees because you know how much I hated that band when we were growing up.
They're a good band. All right, I'm locked in. I think I know what it is, but I'm locked in.
I can remember the album. Oh, man, I am. The album was like Oblivion or something, but what was the stupid song? This is killing me.
I just assumed that he made this band up. I've never heard of this.
No, and you haven't missed anything.
Oh, come on.
This song's on my 90s playlist.
Is it?
It's on mine too. I just hope I remember the name.
All right, I'm locking in with a quasi guess.
All right. Davo, let's start with you.
Nearly Lost You?
And Andy?
I wrote down Lost You.
Okay. The correct answer is Nearly Lost You.
Ah. Do I get half points?
I will give you partial.
What?
I had 2 to 3
You were
letters,
close.
names,
You were close.
words.
You should lose those points for not being able to identify what he said.
It seems like it was a long time ago.
It was 92.
It was a while
It was a
ago.
long time ago.
All right, let's roll on to question number 2. Peter Gabriel released his greatest hits album titled Shaking the Tree in what year?
Ooh, yeah, I have this album. It's also a song. I am going to guess. I don't know if the song came out on the Greatest Hits album. Like that's when it was released. All right, I'm guessing. Locked in.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with this. I'm locked in.
All right. Andrew, start us off.
1994.
And Davo?
I said the year 2000.
It was actually 1990.
Whoa.
Oh. All right.
So, no points there.
This is not going well for me so far.
Sorry, Andy, it's
All
early.
right. Question number 3. The song The Trees by Rush relates a short story about a conflict between what 2 species of trees?
Oh, this is so you.
I'd
Oh,
lock
it's
in
such
if
a
I could.
great song.
I know this song. I'm locked in, but this is so you.
I'm going to hot tag my partner, Neil, on this prog rock mess.
But I'm locked in.
All right, Neil, go ahead.
There's unrest in the forest. There's trouble with the trees. For the maples want more sunlight, and the oaks ignore their pleas. So,
And-
maples and oaks.
Wow.
And Andy?
I too have maples and oaks.
And you would both be correct.
Well, to my credit, I had oak and pine. So then that was totally guessing because one's a softwood and one's a hardwood.
All right. So moving on to question 4.
You're tagged back in, David.
Okay.
Tag team.
What year was U2's album The Joshua Tree released?
Ooh.
Locked in.
Ooh. Like speed on that one.
I think it was this. Locked in.
All right. Andrew.
What? I'm just joking. 1987.
And Davo.
I said 1992.
Oh.
So
The correct answer is 1987.
Yes.
Well done, Andrew.
Thank you, sir.
Achtung Baby came out in 1992.
All right. At the end of round 1, we've got Utter Apathy with 20 and Purple Brain at 25.
Anybody's game.
Anybody's game.
Okay. And the next category is science.
I'm out. Out.
I'm out. Out.
Uh,
Out.
Well, I guess that's me. I will tag
I guess
in.
I'll take it.
All right. Everybody ready?
Hold on. I'm just loading up Minecraft while these guys play science. There we go.
What is the ancient Greek word for the science and study of wooded plants?
I know what it should be. I'm locked in.
I'm torn between two.
Lovers.
Torn
No.
between two lovers, feeling like a fool.
Okay, I'm locked in.
All right, Kells
I'm hoping it's dendrology.
and Neil.
I too hope that it's dendrology.
The correct answer is indeed dendrology.
Nice.
So
Nice.
10 points for each. Question number 2. What is the only continent where pine trees do not grow?
Locked in.
Pine trees do not grow. I'm locked in.
All right, Neil.
I'm going to guess that it's Antarctica because I don't think any trees grow there.
And Kells.
Also went with Antarctica.
And you would both be correct.
Go team.
You're killing me, Kels.
Davo, are you like me right now? You're just so terribly worried they're going to tag you in just to spite you? Because that's how I feel right now with Cal. It's like, I'm going to make him look stupid. I'm going to tag him in on this one.
I'm just limbering up. I'm just getting ready.
Taking some practice swings.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't do that.
Pretending to swing
it.
pretending to swing at the pitches that Zip is throwing in there.
Heck yeah, man. I'm answering every question.
Correctly?
No.
All right. Question number 3. Within 10,000, how many species of trees are there estimated to exist?
Whoa.
Oh,
Yikes.
The last one was easy, so I had to make it a little more difficult.
I would say probably more than 3. No, 4.
You know that many street names that are trees.
I'm locked in.
Sure. I'm locked in.
All right, Kells
I went with 40,000.
and Neil.
I'm kind of with Andy. I feel like this is a trick question and there probably aren't 10,000. So I was going to go with 0, but I decided to hedge my bets and I went with 10,000.
The correct answer is 100,000.
What?
No.
That's
Really?
what I found.
100,000 species of trees?
That's what it said.
According to BBC Science, 60,000 tree species. Yeah.
According to Wikipedia, there's 60 to 100,000 species.
There you go.
Oh.
So we're fine.
We're fine.
Okay. Moving on. Of the top 10 tree diseases, 8 are of this variety.
I think it's
Locked in?
chainsaw.
I could hot tag you if you like, Andy.
No. I got nothing.
I got nothing.
I got something.
Good for you.
I don't know if it's right, but I got something.
Okay. I'm locked in.
All right, Neil, let's start with you.
Well, whenever I hear about tree diseases, I usually hear about funguses. So I'm hoping that that's what you were going for. I answered fungus.
And Kells?
I said TPV.
What?
Tree papillomavirus?
Yeah, that's the worst.
I don't know what these trees go through. So
Who am I to say?
Pollinators all over the place.
This is a judgment-free zone.
The correct answer is fungal infections. So yes, Neil, you would be correct.
Nice. At the end of round 2, Purple Brain has 45 and Utter Apathy has 50.
Anyways, go.
All right. We will move on to the history category.
Andy.
Put me in, coach.
You going to do history, Davo, or do you want me to?
I got it.
Okay. I'm sure there's going to be tons of medieval history.
Mountains.
It sounded like you just put your cigarette out and put your helmet on. That's what that sounded like.
That was my Lynn Dawson moment. Let me finish my fresca.
All right. Question 1. The origins of Arbor Day originated in what state?
Ooh. Locked in.
The state of confusion.
I'm locked in as well.
All right. Andrew.
It was Nebraska in the 1880s, I think.
They have trees in Nebraska?
That's what I was thinking. What?
Now they do. All joking aside, that was part of the plan.
And Davo.
Well, I went it from the entirely opposite direction, and I said Washington State because they got trees in Washington State.
That would be a good guess, but it is wrong.
Thanks.
It is indeed Nebraska.
Oh, they needed the trees.
Well played, Andy.
Question number 2. In what NASA mission did the astronauts carry tree seeds into space with them, and after the mission they were planted and known as moon trees?
Neil, hot tag.
I'm locked in.
Do you want the exact mission?
Yes.
Oh, you want the number?
Yes.
Oh. Well, I know it's a late. Shut up. I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
Okay. Neil.
Well, it wasn't 11 because they were just happy to get there that time, and it wasn't. I'm guessing that they didn't start doing like those kinds of experiments until later on. So probably not in 12, 13. Obviously, they didn't land, and so the next one is 14. So I want Apollo 14.
And Andrew.
I had a very similar logic. I know early in the Apollo missions, there's no way they're fooling around with stuff like that. And I got to Apollo 13, and of course, that was a train wreck. And I imagined that
it was a spacecraft, Andy.
Gosh, I missed you last week, Neil. We have to have a conversation about the Beatles at some point, too. So then after Apollo 13, I went with Apollo 14, but I was thinking possibly because they are trying to generate publicity and good PR after Apollo 13.
Well, the correct answer is Apollo 14. You are both correct.
Thank you, Neil.
Question number 3. What species of fruit tree was pulled from the 9/11 rubble and planted at the National September 11 Memorial and Museum?
Tag team. Because I can't do anything funny with it because it's 9/11 and I don't know the answer.
Then just guess something. I'm
tagging you in.
Oh, well, we're gonna play that way. Okay.
I don't know it. You might.
No.
I'm locked in with a guess.
Sure. I'm locked in.
All right, Davo.
I said cherry tree.
And Kells.
I also wrote down cherry.
Well, the correct answer is pear.
Sure. Because sure.
Wait, you have something against pears?
No, I love pears. Just
okay.
Geez Louise.
All right. More fun ahead. This notable tree.
Somebody's been listening to Neil. Chris has become Neil's prodigy.
That's
We're
great.
having some fun now.
This notable tree is at the corner of Waverly Place and McDougal Street in New York City. What is the name of this Revolutionary era tree?
Oh, if it's what I think it must be. I didn't know this.
I'm locked in And this was a disaster, Neil. I'm so sorry.
Hey, I didn't know either.
Are you locked in there, Andrew?
Yeah, I locked in.
Okay. Let's start with you then.
I'm guessing, since you said it was a revolutionary tree, and it's in New York, which makes it part of the 13 colonies. During the American Revolution, before we had the emblem of the bald eagle or the Statue of Liberty, the most common way to represent liberty was the Liberty Tree. And so I'm guessing there's a tree on this corner that is being attributed to being the Liberty Tree.
Okay. And Davo?
I said the Tree of Liberty.
It is actually the Hangman's Elm.
What is the Hangman's Elm?
I'm guessing it's an elm tree where they hanged people from.
Yeah, spacey terms, but
there was only one verified hanging, but it was called the Hangman's Elm.
At the end of round 3, Purple Brain took the lead again with 65. Utter Apathy has 60.
All right. The next category will be sports.
I got it.
Tag team.
I shall take it then.
All right. Question number 1. What was the name of the Alabama Crimson Tide fan that poisoned the Toomer's oak trees at Auburn University?
Oh my God. His name?
Yes.
You'd think in SEC country we'd remember that, but no.
It was in Alabama.
I remember the story.
I'm locked in.
Let me see. Not funny enough. Okay, I'm locked in.
All right, Davo.
I wrote down a diehard Auburn fan. Esquire.
And Kells.
I said, shout out to Outkast, but Andre 3000.
That's so good. That's fantastic.
Well, the correct answer is actually Harvey Updike.
That's a funny
Harvey
name.
Updike.
Yes. Question 2. What U.S. president has a tree named after him at Augusta National after unsuccessfully lobbying to have it taken down because it interfered with his golf game?
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in too.
All right, let's start with Davo.
This sounds like something Nixon would do.
Oh, you're so close.
And Kells.
I said the Reagan tree.
Oh.
The correct answer is Dwight D. Eisenhower.
Yeah, shimmy.
Question number 3. What type of tree is used to make the most popular baseball bat among MLB players?
I'm locked in.
Andy, would you care to tag in?
I'll take it.
Hot tag.
Locked in.
Davo.
I said maple.
And Andrew.
And I said maple.
And you are both correct.
Oh, yeah.
Well done, Andrew.
I got a sports question.
Okay, question number 4. What is the name of the traditional Scottish athletic event in which competitors toss a large wood tapered pole?
I'm locked in.
Also locked in.
Kells.
Caber tossing?
And Davo.
Caber tossing.
The correct answer is caber toss.
All right, at the end of round 4, it is still Purple Brain with 85, leading Utter Apathy with 80.
Very close.
For being utterly apathetic, we are trying.
I was mostly just apathetic about picking a name.
Oh. Fair enough.
Otherwise, I'm quite enthusiastic.
Yeah.
Cool.
You should cut down on the coffee.
I'm drinking caffeine-free Diet Coke, so maybe that's my problem. Now, who are we kidding? That's the least of my problems.
The next category is movies.
Here you go, Kels.
All right, Andy.
All right, Neil, what do you want? You want this one? Save me for, the closer, or do you want to be the closer?
I'm gonna have to. I think your movie knowledge is probably broader than mine.
All right, you're the closer then.
I was going to say, which one of you wants coffee the most?
See this watch? It costs more than your car.
I'm going for the steak knives.
Crap, I guess I get fired.
What a nice steak knives.
Question number 1. What is the name of the Ent that Merry and Pippin meet in The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers?
Locked in.
I've seen this movie once.
How dare you?
It's 46 years long.
It really is. It's. But come on, man.
But I do like Two
It's
Towers.
a great movie.
I read the books about 30 times.
Same here.
I just want to know: do you want his Elvish name or his Ent name?
No,
Or
Neil, there's only so big a check my butt can cash.
It would be the name he went by in the movies.
Well, let's charge it. I can do it.
It's not Anthony.
Anthony. I like that.
Anthony Hopkins.
Leif Erikson.
Andy, would you like to tag in?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll tag in.
Gosh.
Locked in.
All right, Davo.
Treebeard.
And Andrew.
Treebeard.
You are both correct. It is, in fact, Treebeard.
Thanks, Andy. You're a pal.
All right, Kels, we got this.
Maintain distance.
All right.
It's only Davo.
Question 2. In what movie did the Freeling family have to fend off the twiggy advances of the spooky tree in their backyard during an interdimensional disturbance?
Locked in.
I just loved how absurd that question was, and Kels didn't even think about it.
Neil, is that you reaching out your hand for a quick tag?
I'll tag in.
Tag.
Locked in.
All right. Kells.
I'm hoping it's Poltergeist.
And Neil?
I believe it was Poltergeist.
My guess, too.
It is, in fact, Poltergeist.
Hey.
All right. Question 3. Who is the voice of Lorax in the 2012 movie based on the book by Dr. Seuss?
Oh, my gosh.
Who was that?
Davo, did you see this one?
I think Ian watched it once. It wasn't really his fave.
I've seen it multiple times. I can't come up with it.
Okay. I think I'm locked in with a guess.
I'm locked in. I feel pretty good about this one.
All right. Davo.
Steve Carell?
And Kells.
Davo, I think Steve Carell was Horton.
Oh, crap.
Who heard of who? And I'm thinking this was vaguely like size related, but I went with Danny DeVito.
The correct answer is Danny DeVito.
Ah, crap.
Wow.
All right. Question number 4. Who is the quasi-dimensional superpositional engineering expert who has a 3-word vocabulary?
Locked in.
So easy.
Locked in.
And Davo.
I am Groot.
And Kells.
I am Groot.
You are both correct.
And you're both Groot.
We are Groot.
We are Groot.
So at the end of round 5, Utter Apathy has 110 and Purple Brain has 125.
Neil, you're the closer. You gotta close this one out for us.
I got this.
Rivera versus Hoffman. Fight.
All right. This category is called Famous Trees of the World.
Oh, Lord.
What?
Question number 1. The ash brittle yew, which was already mature when Stonehenge was built, is located in what country?
How's it going, Kels?
Badly.
Okay. All right. I am locking in.
I'm locked in.
Neil.
Well, I'm hoping that the Stonehenge was a clue, and I guessed England.
And Andrew.
I am going for something from the Fertile Crescent. So I went, though now I'm thinking maybe Africa, but I went with Africa's not a country, of course. I'm thinking Israel.
The correct answer is Britain, or England. So.
Yay.
And question 2, and I hope I pronounce this right. The tree of Tenere is thought to have been the world's most isolated tree for much of the 20th century, a landmark on caravan routes until an allegedly drunk Libyan truck driver slammed into it in 1973. Its remains are now interred in a national museum in what country?
I swear I just read about this. I am locked in.
Oh.
The other ridiculous thing, it's not the only time it was hit by a vehicle.
I'm locked in.
All right, Andrew.
Niger.
And Neil.
I figured if it was a Libyan driver, it's got to be someplace fairly close to Libya. And so I just kind of played the odds by size and went with Algeria.
It is, in fact, Niger.
I swear I don't even know where I found this story, but in the last week I read all about that tree. It was on the caravan routes in the Sahara Desert. There's pictures of it before it got knocked down. It is absurd. It's like this giant plain, like Antarctica practically. There's not a blade of grass, and there's this tree, boop, right there.
And it gets hit.
More than once, 3 times.
So there's actually a thing where people who are driving will get distracted by something and drive towards it. A cop told me that once when he pulled me over, and he said that's why the cops won't stand between their car and your car, because it happens regularly enough that someone will be like looking at you getting pulled over, drift off onto the shoulder and hit the cop car. Yeah.
Oh. All right. Question 3. Anne Frank's tree, a white horse chestnut, blew down in a storm in August 2010. Saplings from the chestnuts have been planted all over the world. In what city was the first one planted in?
Sure.
I'm locked in, I guess.
I'm a lock in.
Neil.
Well, I'm making the assumption that Anne Frank's tree would be in Amsterdam, and so if it fell down there, they would obviously want to plant it there first, I would think. So that's my answer, is Amsterdam.
And Andrew?
I too wrote down Amsterdam, but then I'm second guessing myself, and maybe it was some sort of way of healing, and it might have been planted in Berlin.
The correct answer is Amsterdam.
Oh, good.
Whoa.
Almost outsmarted myself.
And the final question in Famous Trees of the World. In 2001, the council oak was designated as Arkansas Millennial Landmark Tree when each state was asked to nominate one state tree for the new millennium as part of the America the Beautiful program? In what city is this tree located in?
Lord.
Oh, really? I'm locking in with a total guess. No idea.
Yeah, I'm locked in with a guess.
All right, Andrew.
I'm going to say the capital city of Little Rock.
And Neil.
I guessed Fort Smith.
It is Dardanelle.
Oh.
Wow.
Whoa.
Dardanelle's one claim to
Wow.
fame.
I've never heard of that town.
Been through it.
Been through it.
It's between here and Little Rock, right?
It's
Ish.
Ish, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've been through it.
Good old Dardanelle.
Well, at the end of the regular rounds, we've got Purple Brain in the lead with 145 and Utter Apathy with 130. Couldn't make up any ground for you, Davo.
That's all right. You held it. You held it. You left us with a fighting chance.
Okay, the final question. WebMD lists 14 of the most common trees that set off allergies. Name 10 of them.
Hmm.
I don't know, Andy.
Kels, that's closer to science.
Oh my gosh.
You would do better than me, promise.
Neil, have you got this one?
Sure.
I have a few ideas,
Oh.
but I think you can handle it.
Okay.
You got it.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
See how we did that, Davo? Just arranged to make the two guys that normally win finish it up for us.
Wait just 1 second, Bubba. Yes, it's your friendly podcasting fanatic. Here to shout out my trivia brothers from another mother, the Trivia Rogues. When you get a chance, pop on over to the Trivia Rogues and let Billy and the gang educate you on some things, Bubba. Funk on. And do remember to please look both ways before you cross my mind, baby.
Man, when you're trying to think about trees, man, you run out of them like really quick for some reason.
I can't imagine trees that causes allergies. That's why I if it was weeds or plants.
It's probably the pollen from them. I got 10 trees right there.
Yeah, I've got 10 trees also.
Well, let's start with Neil then.
I know some of these cause allergies, and for the rest, I just picked trees because I don't know.
Good man.
I went with oak, pecan, maple, elm, hickory, willow, dogwood, birch, cedar, and pine.
Okay. And Kells.
All right, I went with oak, maple, pine, sycamore, poplar, cypress, ash, beech, elm, and cedar.
Okay. So the list I have is ash, aspen, beech, birch, box elder, cedar, cottonwood, elm, hickory, mountain elder, mulberry, oak, pecan, and willow.
Dave hates all those trees.
Nice list there, Neil.
Well, by my count, I got 7 of those for 70 points, which brings Utter Apathy up to 200 points.
Come on,
Kels, how many did you get?
Kels.
I got ash, beech, elm, cedar, and oak for a total of 5.
For 50 points? That brings you to 195, which is not enough to win the game.
Oh, that was close.
That was
Come from
close.
behind victory.
Well played, John.
Just to make sure, I got oak, pecan, elm, hickory, willow, birch, and cedar.
Yes, those were all on the list.
Yeah, I got 5.
Nice.
Sorry, Andy.
I would not have done well with that list. You did better than me.
That was a squeaker.
That was close.
Man, well played.
Well played indeed.
Well played.
And good questions.
Thank you very much, Chris.
Excellent.
For your
Thank you for having
wonderful
me.
questions and your patronage, of course. You are welcome back on the show anytime as a question asker, answerer, or anything in between. If you want to just come on and heckle Andy, that'd be great too.
A lot of people like to do
Oh,
that.
I'm always up for that.
Speaking of me, I wanted to make a very quick announcement as a tradition of the show. For the longtime listeners, we know that Davo made a joke and killed a major baseball player. In like the first season, was that Davo?
Was it Jackie Robinson? Not Jackie. No, it was Frank Robinson.
Frank Robinson, of course.
Yeah,
Frank Robinson.
Yeah.
You killed Frank Robinson. Well, the last show I was on, I made a joke about Deep Space Nine and made a joke about Quark. And 2 days later, he died. So it's not just you, Davo.
Serious?
Wow.
So,
R.I.P. Armin Shimmerman.
Yeah, he passed away 2 days after we recorded that show, after I made the joke about him. So I apologize to Quark and his family.
Oh, man. We might just have to leave pop
culture. I know, because we keep killing people.
That's all our material. Right?
It's the brain ladle curse.
We'll just have to turn it. We'll have to turn into just a science trivia podcast.
No, you know what?
We'll have to change
I think
name.
It's worth it to lose the occasional pop icon.
So, from all of us here at the Brain Ladle Trivia Podcast, this is Davo with Chris.
Good day,
Andy.
So long, Ladle Brainers.
Kells.
This is Jimmy Hart, Mouth of the South, baby, here to talk about the greatest tag team in the world, the Hart Foundation, baby.
And Neil.
So imagine me singing this in a near falsetto. The trouble with the maples, and they're quite convinced they're right. They say the oaks are just too lofty, and they grab up all the light.
Signing off.
Well
great
done.
Greetings and salutations to all you good trivia people out there. I know what you're thinking. Hey, I really enjoyed this show. How can I get a little more? Well, here to help you out. You can look up these good people on Twitter at Ladle Brain, or if Facebook's more your deal, you can look them up at Brain Ladle Productions. Hey, they've even got their own webpage. It's brainladletrivia.com. Now, if you're feeling generous, you can join a Patreon, where if you donate $10 or more, you can even get yourself a fancy show invite. How about that? Until we meet again, this has been 44, and I'm glad you joined us. Hope I'm out.
The preceding podcast was presented by Brain Ladle Productions. All rights reserved.